All right. Well, Shop Talk episode 4. We got Thomas Herman, Fynn Bullock.
What up?
Myself, Hunter Thane, and Garrett Cortese
here
in studio. So Shop Talk's kind of been for more current event wakeboarding stuff. So we're gonna be shooting the shit on a bunch of stuff from PWT, how Masters went with T Herm. Go over some edits.
Yo, it's too soon, bro.
So that was a week ago or so. But I think we're gonna start off with Citrus. Finally came out. Say 7 years has it been since Cole?
Since they started filming?
Since they started filming, I think it's been 7 years. So
I mean, he had to get those fruit shaped.
That takes a while, dude.
Yeah, so it took.
They started filming, I think, the year that I left Alliance, which was 2017. So yeah,
that would be 7 years. 7 years on the dot. Yeah,
crazy.
So we're gonna go ahead and play that. We'll do some live reactions for the YouTube, and then for the listeners, we'll just skip through that part, and you'll hear us talk about it after. So here it is, filmed by Cole Vanthof. It was cool seeing the throwback boards. I was looking forward to that over the years.
You quickly forget like how long 7 years ago is, and then you start seeing some of the clips, and you're just like, oh wait, that was a while ago.
Yep. Yeah. This is all in Florida, I believe, as well.
Yeah, all winch.
And it starts off.
Gosh.
So, yeah,
There's
five of them in a row.
I can't even watch this part. It's so bad.
Yeah, the opening clip.
It makes me cringe. It's just so bad.
Oh, PIFA. Nope.
And then you just see his freaking.
So
that was the fall to me. Wasn't like it was brutal, but it was whenever I just looked and saw his shoulder just in a completely backwards
just
position.
squiggly, dude.
I was like,
squiggly line.
Oh,
When we got collapsed.
So Cole showed it to us on the Liquid Force Park team shoot because he had it on his computer. He was there as videographer with Shane, and he was saying like he was surprised when it happened that Massis started screaming in English instead of Italian.
they probably wanted someone to understand that.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that's it.
So this is the first clip. So Massi does it.
Yeah, and that's sick. That's
Right.
such a user clip, dude. Like,
Yeah, and then he went back for one more.
Yeah.
Whammy.
I mean, I think the 180. Yeah, the 180 would have been sick, but definitely not worth.
it would have been sick. I just don't.
It's definitely not worth your shoulder
No.
looking like that.
Your elbow.
Fun little spot.
Yeah.
T Herm, how much winching you done in your day?
Dude.
This was sick. Not like that clip.
That was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that was cool.
I wish that rail was longer. I feel like that clip would have been like
Yeah.
insane. But
Yeah, my winching experience is not top tier. I've done it like probably a handful of times though. I texted John like a couple weeks ago and said I wanted to go.
There you go.
I'll go with you.
That's step one, dude.
I just
We'll
want to
get-
do like
we'll get
I don't even
Gabbo.
know. I don't even care about doing any like crazy tricks. Just like hitting like a cool spot though. It just be I don't know. Just be fun.
No, we'll get Gabbo on it. He's got some kicker, and I have a couple spots.
Yeah.
I hit 2 of the spots in this video. I hit that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I hit that one. That one's actually
I feel like
super
this
easy.
thing's been hit like,
Yeah, a bunch.
million
It's
times,
really
yeah.
mellow.
yeah, it looks fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick.
I have like 4 clips on that I've been saving.
Oh, you're sitting on
I'm
some.
sitting on
okay,
stuff.
I didn't know you're sitting on winch stuff.
Yeah.
This spot was cool.
That spot was cool.
I thought this was filmed really well by Cole too.
Yeah.
On the skateboard and how he pans up like this.
I thought it was funny when it
Sick.
transitioned to him like right there, just sitting on the skateboard. It was pretty sick.
That was beautiful.
There were some really cool photos that came out. I think Bradley Rutledge shot them, but there were some really cool photos that came out of that.
Is that Max?
I think that was Max.
Van Hobart, yeah.
Van Hobart.
I'm sure. Yeah, he didn't have a clip in this, did he? It was just.
Is there any boat?
No, it's all
all winch.
winch. Yeah.
Stunt man.
Cody.
Stuntman Cody, dude. Stunting on him. Rockstar's still getting that free promo, dude, all these years later.
Facts. Is it? I feel a lot of this like Florida was flooded, huh? Like it looks like some spots like it's flooded out or something.
I think they found a couple during some storms.
Yeah.
Dude, I forgot this was definitely in the time of like grass slides being hot shit.
Yeah. Dry start, like grass slide type situation. Yeah.
Just like any of it, like because
right.
Massi's had like 4 grass slide tricks.
That was a
He's
sick
had,
one though. Water to
No,
grass.
that was
Yeah,
that was
sick.
dope. But like even his opener was like doing
True.
like the front board on the grass.
Yeah.
I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 more shots in this. If I remember. That was kind of cool. Like just a cool shot, even though it was really random. But
Yeah. I'm a fan of the grass slide, dude.
One of my handful of winch tricks is a grass slide back one out. It's whatever.
There you go.
NBD.
Can we put that clip in? Where's that clip at? I want to see that clip.
I might have it.
That was rad.
Jeez, that was a
long one.
Landing was a little sus on that one.
A little short.
Not really anywhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
So
See,
that's
there's
tough.
another grass slide right there.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a great fall.
Oh, yeah.
Just textbook.
And then he just goes, I didn't expect that to happen.
That's the one thing I would have thought would have happened, to be honest.
That was sick.
Skirt. This is the last time I think Blake Bishop rode a wakeboard.
That's the hospital downtown.
That's a heavy spot, man.
That was that was sick.
This is like half montage style, half part style, kind of.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Oh, this was sick. I've never seen this spot before, I feel like.
This is rad.
I was thinking about it, how sick it would be if you could like if I could go into it switch, I feel like you could definitely go 3 out of it.
Oh, yeah.
It would be really dope.
Yeah, that thing's up there, though. Like, he was...
No, it's definitely
got some height
big.
to it.
It's huge.
I thought this was just a fun clip, dude. It just looks like fun.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, but it looks fun.
I think Dom's part in this was probably my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Did Graham just have one clip in this?
I think that was it.
Said Graham Burrs and just one grass slide to back one.
That might have been it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In between Cody's section.
Do we think that's AI lemons or is that real lemons?
Those are real for
You
sure.
think those are real?
Those are not real.
What?
It's like, no way.
What do you mean, dude?
There's no way.
It's an animation he bought online somewhere.
2612.
Where is this? What does that mean?
That's Shane's house.
Shane's house, okay.
So I think Cole was living with Shane when he started filming all of this.
Lurking for spots.
Or Dommy. Maybe Dommy was living there too.
Yeah, that's Dom right there, dude. I got that. Yeah, where's the photo? Right here. And finally the clip sees the light of day 7 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
It's a sick photo. With the
Was that
skin
like a
mask.
mag or something or what?
No, it was just Jeff took it and it wasn't. I think they were going to do something with Alliance for it. But nothing ended up happening.
Cole was laughing, wondering how they never got like
Actually, like
arrested or pulled over for driving around town like this. We're just driving around in a van at night, filming each other from another car
Just a
with
fishbowl
masks on.
That's funny.
Yeah, there's a long scene. I'm giving it a rewatch. It's definitely
Yeah. Suspenseful, bro.
building up to Dom's part, dude.
Just gonna go rob a winch spot.
Yeah. Rob it with the gas winch. Yeah, this is all gas winch stuff.
Who shot that photo?
Jeff Massis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dommy.
So I feel like for a 7-year project, these clips were all filmed within 2 years. Maybe 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Probably.
That was really sick.
really-
I did like that.
Because I know what ended up getting in the way was then just guys' travel schedules in terms of trying to get more clips, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And then I think Cole just sat on the footage for a long time just because, like, it was like, oh, do we finish it? Do we get more clips? Do we whatever?
Yeah, I'm glad they came out though.
I'm glad he finally like took the time to put it together because it's totally worth the watch.
This spot
this was
wild,
sick.
dude.
Wild.
This looks so
Yeah.
fun.
Wild.
I really like this clip. I think this was why his part was my favorite.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
such sick spots.
Yeah.
It's like a mini Lake Eola fountain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder where that is because I feel like I haven't.
I think it's Tampa.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Tommy, we got to bring the winch.
Yeah, you can do some,
Super
stuff like that.
Get on Google Earth, Tommy.
No, that'd be
Yeah.
sick, dude. That was insane. I know people actually just go like Google Earth and just like
Oh yeah, dude. You can spend
Just zoom
hours.
for hours.
Especially,
Shredtown spent hours on Google Earth.
way.
I wonder if you could like pay him a couple
for the pins.
bucks.
Give me some pins.
Probably they probably give them to you.
Yeah,
dude.
right now. Yeah.
I know Quinn Silvernail's got
Well, yeah. People
thousands.
Oh yeah.
people are crazy, like crazy about like keeping spots like secrets and stuff.
And,
I didn't even know this winch
in snowboarding, they are.
Really?
Yeah.
In wakeboarding, I really don't think you should, because if someone's willing to hit a spot on a winch,
there's
that
also
takes
not
so much effort.
There's also not that many spots.
Yeah.
There's not.
Like,
dude,
in snowboarding, you feel like you can go so many other places,
Right.
and like in wakeboarding, you're kind of limited.
Wait, what about? Well, I guess like hiding a spot until like you've hit it if you want to do it for like a video. But once that comes out, do they still try to hide the spots?
Some people, yeah, some people would.
Really?
I personally, I wouldn't. No.
I feel like after you've done it and released it, it's
Yeah, I feel like once a spot's been hit,
you
shouldn't keep it a secret.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like I've seen that.
It's been hit. That's on Instagram.
Yeah. John goes there a lot, I think, right?
Yeah.
I think it's
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Dude,
That was so funny.
Just gonna take out a fence.
It's a big ollie too. So this was all gas winch era, so that's important to note.
That was a condom, Thomas.
Little lot lizard.
Thomas doesn't use those. I do want to rewind right here though, because for the cut in onto this, look at where that rope is,
wrapped
dude.
around.
That is gnarly.
That's crazy.
That's like because if
I
that rope
noticed that.
slips out or
Yeah,
something.
look at all the bolts on there too. I feel like it could either slip out or get caught on a bolt. Yeah, that's
Stay locked in on it.
Cole getting clipped up.
Dude, I'd be so scared to hit a spot like that and just like going over the other side. You know?
Yeah, worst case scenario situation.
Tragic.
That was actually kind of a sick.
That was
Looks like fun, dude. That just looks like fun.
Yeah.
They did a good job like finding some of these spots and making them
Yeah,
like kind of fun and different.
Mm-hmm.
That's super sick.
Yeah, this is a flooding situation.
Yeah, this is
going on.
definitely a flooded out area.
Oh yeah, the back.
Oh,
that
that's
was dope.
sick.
Yeah.
That was a sick angle too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for the one person that doesn't live in Florida, he has the most clips.
Far. The craziest ones too, yeah.
Or at least like close to it, you know, like Blake, I guess, is in Georgia, but
True.
still.
I feel like Dom has some of the most winch clips of anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, like Raph is up there, Felix is up there.
Dom, Felix,
Obviously,
and
the
Raph,
guys, and
yeah.
like Space Mob guys been hitting a lot too, but Jake Flynn's up there. But yeah, good movie. I enjoyed it. It was a good watch.
Solid.
It's a good watch.
Yeah,
Very
Good,
sick.
Highly recommend giving that a watch on Lions Wake YouTube channel.
It's a pretty sweet little, 11 and a half minutes?
Yeah.
So,
I love that length. The 10 to 12
It's
minute length is like very solid.
Yeah, you're not gonna get the hour full length videos anymore. So
No, I don't think.
just get some clips, make it fun, put it out there.
There you go, Thomas. Get some clips, make it fun. Put it out there.
It's not that
all you
simple.
gotta do.
Everybody knows that. It's
If
a
I dropped
lot
a
of
winch
work.
vid, I think everybody would be very let down. Dude,
I'd be pretty hyped.
I'd be
pretty
hyped.
I don't know if I'd watch the whole thing, but I'd be pretty hyped.
You'd watch it once, the
I'd
whole
be
all the way
hyped.
through.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd
I
watch.
can't-
I'd just be waiting for the banger, and I don't know if it ever comes. I'd be waiting for it.
Definitely not.
I would watch
I'd be
Thomas's winch video for the comments.
Yeah.
The comments.
They'd all come from TikTok.
Yeah. What is this? Where's the boat, Thomas? Okay, so we saw Massis slam, which is one of the worst slams wakeboarding has ever seen. I mean, Terry Bailey's slam is up there where he hits his face on the fence. I'll put that clip in. But
I'd say
pause.
Mike's one on the
where's
that
in
one
his
where he
back?
sliced his back was pretty brutal.
That
No,
one was
pause. The X Games part is it's Alex, right?
Who?
Alex like Graydon.
Graydon.
Alex Graydon?
Yeah.
Oh, the one where he almost dies.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's up there.
Yeah.
I'll put all those clips in because those
That
are
one's
all
wild.
nuts.
That one's wild.
Yeah, but Massis is up there for sure
Yeah,
in
yeah.
terms
Oh,
of
yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah, no, that
I
was.
feel like
brutal.
it didn't, like you were saying.
It didn't look
looked
bad,
bad.
but it was whenever he like
Pops up and you see his
and
elbow
just see his-
backwards.
Yeah.
That's not how it's supposed to look.
No, elbows don't go that way.
It's crazy. Crazy we can fix stuff
No.
like that. It's insane.
Def not.
Definitely wasn't screaming in excitement. I can tell you that much.
No. It's, I mean, it's a clip, so you're excited, but not
Mamma
that
mia.
clip. So I want to hear worst slams all of us have recently taken. So the most recent bad slam you've taken. I can kick it off because I had one 2 days ago.
Yeah.
It was I was going for switch nose press on the up down box. Started off strong, going on the up box. Felt, I mean, I wasn't up there by any means, but the nose was the only thing making contact. And then I go over to the down and got a little over the front. Classic nose pick, fall off situation in the water. Still hang on to the handle, so it's like full stretch out, face plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the end of the set for that day. So switch nose press got me. Not a great look for the Grab Matters podcast there, but Yeah, what do you boys got? I mean, I'm sure you guys got to have something.
These guys got some slams.
Garrett taking photos has been getting work.
I was going to say, it doesn't have to be wakeboard slams. It could be, going through the airport with your Pelican and
that's what I'm saying.
Rogue tourists coming out of nowhere.
I was going to say, Garrett probably hurt his back picking up his camera gear.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
I mean, recently.
I love you, Dad.
It's cool.
Recently, I don't think anything wakeboarding. The last one that was pretty bad was just my shoulder with snowboarding when I separated it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a bad fall by any means. It was just weird.
Unlucky type situation.
Yeah. No, wakeboarding.
Nothing wakeboarding though?
Not recently. Good. I mean, like in the past, yeah, I've done like I did double tantrum, messed my foot up, and that kind of took me out for a while, and that was 2 years ago. And then KGB 7 like 2 years before that and messed my ankle up. So that one's kind of been like a reoccurring thing because I didn't let it heal properly. But thankfully nothing yet. I've definitely taken quite a few like on Switch KGB 5. That one got me smoked last year.
Like a back edge type situation?
Last year I did one where I just like fully committed too early and just like nose pick back edge at the same time on the other wake.
Ouch.
Same time.
And then I was like, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm so out of it." I got up and like probably rode the best rest of the set ever, like KGB 7, rest of my tricks, and then just didn't do that for like 2 weeks.
I mean, that's kind of like NFL situation. I feel like the running back gets a little dinged up and then has the best game of their life. Like, but don't remember it.
Yeah.
No, I remembered. I was just not feeling it. I was like, I don't want to wakeboard for the next 3 days.
Dude, that just reminded me of when we were practicing at the PWT location and I hit the double up. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I was cutting this double up.
We got to pull up the clip on that.
We can definitely find the clip.
Yeah, I'll put that in.
I was going to hit this double up and it looked like it was about to curl. And I was literally just, because I was going to do like a double back roll and I was like, oh, it looked like it was going to curl pretty hard, so I was going to do a back roll. And I literally like got kicked like forward. And through the air, I'm just flying forward and just like full on just like nose pick freaking.
Where was it? Where was it? What was
that was
in
Groveland.
Lake David, right?
Yeah. It was so funny though. It actually hurt dude, all the nose picks.
His back was like so bad.
It was like swollen, dude.
It's hard to beat a good nose pick on a wakeboard.
Makes for a good photo.
What is it? Yeah, dude, it's like swollen. That's crazy.
Here. Oh,
Here, send me that and I'll put it in too.
Here's the clip. The song was great. That was golden. Oh
dude,
my god!
Just recently though, I feel like I haven't had like a good digger in like a while. I had like a good one last year on like a Crow 5, just straight like nose picked.
Yeah.
But just recently I was riding with Megan, and I did a back mob, and I landed with so much tension. I like just learned back mob, by the way, so I'm trying to still suss them out.
Regular back mob?
Yeah. No, switch.
Oh, switch back mob.
Yeah, I could never do it.
I feel like that's the easiest back mob.
Yeah, for sure.
Easiest of the two, but
yeah, 100%. But I landed a back mob with like a bunch of tension, and I just like bounced like straight into like a nose pick, just went like full like cartwheel, and I was like, the nose picks just like hurt your head, dude.
Well, I feel like the edges, the edges you can like kind of expect, but the nose picks catch you out of nowhere, and sometimes you just get so wrong. Yeah. Or like I've done it a couple times when I do cab 7, I'll land blind, and you'll like land a little deep, and then you get turned backwards and just straight to a back edge. Like those ones also hurt because you're like, oh, I stomped it, and then you just get pulled, and you're like, whack.
Yeah.
The back edges.
Any good slams you've seen recently, Garrett? Maybe not taken. I mean, you're at the Liquid Force shoot, right?
All of my recent slams are going to be like the comedy variety. So it's like me on a slalom ski, or me like on a goofing off on a kneeboard to try and teach my daughter how to ride. Yeah. I did actually fall like pretty funny the other day. She got a laugh out of it. It stopped her from crying. So
there you go.
Probably
Win's a win right there, dude.
Back a crazy slam I've seen recently. There weren't any at the Liquid Force.
Because I want to talk about the Liquid Force shoot anyways.
I don't think there was anything other than me getting thrown off the boat like 10 times by that guy's driving and me not being able to hold the rope at the Moomba shoot.
Oh, right.
That was pretty good. Yeah. So we were doing like a family day kind of like shoot, and I went out in the evening with them.
Well, and we didn't have a wake surf rope. This happens at every photo shoot. Every photo shoot, you have to shoot wake surfing.
Shout out to wake surfers for not bringing their own rope.
They never bring a wake surf rope.
That should be the standard.
Like that should be like wakeboarders. Every single one has their own rope. I don't get how one wake surfer can't bring it.
Because they can't wrap it around their boot. That's why. So they don't know how to carry it.
Thanks.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a reason.
That's fair.
But so yeah,
No,
Fynn,
seriously,
Fynn
that's
was
crazy.
Fynn was gonna try and wake surf with a family or with like a girl from the family,
Yeah.
and
Well,
but we didn't have
we-
like an actual surf
we
rope.
had tied 2 handles together and
Yeah.
some like boat tying,
A boat line.
like a
Yeah.
boat line. And at first I was trying to help the girl get up. She's like never wake surfed before, and I set it up perfect, like the wake and everything. And the dad was like, "Oh yeah, I've driven the boat before," and I was on the back, like trying to help her get up, and she just full throttles it, like ski started, and I just got ripped off the back of the platform.
Because Finn's holding onto the handle, like pulling.
Yeah, he's
this
holding
chick
on to
up,
handle
you know?
2. She's holding on to handle 1 because like we didn't have a long enough line to actually hook it to anything on the boat. So Fynn is basically the human pylon and just goes bing.
And
Like full throttle though. It wasn't like a gradual get up. I was like, even if I wasn't there, she would have ripped her arms off. Like it was like a water
It's
ski
better
start.
that you were getting yanked off the edge.
Yeah.
than you were getting
Yeah.
your arms.
That's good.
didn't Cody go in the water with it too?
No, it was just me. He didn't go that time.
Love that. It's some good slams. So Garrett, I did want to talk about the LF shoot because Gavin's now on Liquid Force.
Correct.
So this was his first like Liquid Force team trip, you could say.
Yep.
And you weren't there,
I was.
or you were there with Shane, right? Yeah. You were
Yep.
shooting
So
photos.
I shoot photos. Shane and Cole shoot video, and then they have like Rivers and Maddie Muncie help with other video stuff too.
Sweet. So you guys were in Hypnotics, Turkey.
We were at Hypnotics.
Love it.
Like four, actually 5 days of shooting, I think.
Wow.
So shout out to Hypnotics because they hooked it up, and it's a cool spot. They've got 2 lakes, one with a bunch of unit features, more like pro level, and then like a beginner lake. And we basically just had access to go shred for a bunch of days, and it's super nice because accommodations on site. So
Yeah,
you know,
true.
like the challenging part with the park shoot over the last few years has always been the road trip aspect. And so you're going from one park to another. And so like every day you're like piling your board bags back into a
Resetting
van.
every day, yeah.
You're driving for 2 or 3 hours to get to another park, then pulling everything out. And you're like, wait, have I shot this board? Have I shot that board? What tricks have I done on this board? What else do you need me to ride? And when you're all in like one location and not going anywhere, it's super easy just to like work on the things you need to work on instead of worrying about getting to different places. But dude, the crew killed it. They crushed it. So it was cool to see Gavin interact with the LF crew.
Is there any
And
hazing of Gavin at all?
not really, actually, because the first day when we started shooting, and I remember some guys calling out like, "Gavin, do this," and so one of the features they have is Nico's unit wall ride. So it's got the creeper and then like the top, and so Gavin quickly like kickered up onto the top and then was just doing I'm not going to play a spoiler by talking about like tricks that he did, but he did some really cool looking stuff. I have some really rad photos of like one of his first tricks. Somebody said like, "Hey, go MJ the top of that." And so he like kickers up to the top and then MJ's like
On the pipe?
on top of the wall ride,
Oh, really?
the very top of the wall.
That's sick.
It's a really cool photo. I'll show you guys as a sneak preview, but nobody else can see this yet because it doesn't drop
Top
until
secret board situation.
it doesn't drop until the 2025 product drops. But
So I did want to hear the difference between boat and cable shoots. I like
boat and cable shoots. Honestly, it's Shane and I were laughing about it. Like we were we were like, the cool thing about a cable shoot is that you have access to a park and there's so many different features and different riders going that you can just like, I'm going to try and shoot this feature this way and get creative with it, or I want to try this trick at this angle. But that also can then make it overwhelming. Like, wait a minute, I've got like 9 guys here. They all want to hit different features. They've all got different product they want to try and get shots on. And you've got to then try and like, wait a minute, I want to try and do this shot. When am I going to do it? Which feature am I going to do it on? What lighting do I want? And so it can get a little overwhelming. You're like, oh, wait, now the light's good over here or whatever. With a boat shoot, the nice thing is that it's actually a little bit more simplified. It's one person going at a time. They're on a boat and you're following them in another boat usually, or you're, floating or whatever. And so it's a little less overwhelming in terms of like jumbling the creative juices that are like just going around in your brain. And so you're like, okay, I've got Harley, or I've got Fynn, or I've got Thomas, and we're going to try and get this one trick, and let's try it from this angle. Okay, well, now maybe let's try it from this angle, and you move the chase boat around.
Yeah.
So boat shoots are a little more simple in that aspect. But But I love them both. Like
they both sound like they're unique, kind of fun.
They are, and it's fun as a photographer. It's fun for me to be able to mix it up, and to go from a park shoot to a boat shoot, and then it's actually kind of fun to take an idea from one and try and apply it to the other. So like we at the last Moomba shoot, we were just in Tennessee together, the three of us doing the Moomba shoot. We'll be together all next week doing the super shoot, and you
get to spend another week with me after that for the Liquid Force shoot.
Yeah,
lots of time.
A lot of shoots.
In May, me and Fynn spent a lot of time together. Yeah. But we just for shits and giggles, like we busted out flashes and did like a flash shoot with Reed Hansen wake skating, and it was super fun. Like at the Moomba shoot, and I haven't used flash for boat photography in years.
Yeah.
It definitely had like a sort of like a moment in wake history. Flash Garrison, Rodrigo, like everybody was doing flash stuff, myself included. But then it just sort of like it had its fad time and then sort of faded out. And then, but we were all joking like I told the guys in the photo boat and the crew from Moomba and Super, I was like, I've got flashes. Should we do something? They're like, absolutely, let's do it. It'll be fun, like a throwback. And I was like, well, we're not going to sell any boats with a flash photo of somebody wake skating, but it's gonna be fun. Yeah. And like, so we pulled out flashes and did like a flash shoot with Reed and had a blast. And we'll do more with Supra and more with LF. So,
dude, that's the sickest thing about like the Moomba and Super shoots is like it's so like laid back and you just like go with the flow and like do whatever. Like if someone has an idea, like throw it out and then like we'll just all get together and do it.
Yeah,
it's
so
a super
sick.
fun like vibe where we have time to like try stuff, which you don't get a lot of with a lot of these, whether it's a boat shoot or a Liquid Force like product shoot. Like you've usually just got checklists and you need to like I'll make sure all the assets are covered. There's so much stuff to shoot.
That's Super's kind of on it with like getting more days than they need so you can like have more time. And we definitely had a lot of stuff shooting, I feel like, with the Moomba shoot this year. Got it done early, but yeah, they usually are pretty
more relaxed that way.
Yeah, like
more time than you.
They give you more time to just shoot stuff.
Oh, that's sick.
Kind of cool, huh?
I never saw this.
You can't even see the board graphics, so maybe we can throw that in.
That's sick.
No, we're gonna let LF do something with that. That's for their 25 product catalog.
When's that come out? 20 or July?
Liquid Force will usually start putting stuff out around October. I feel like that's when they did they started releasing 24 stuff in October of 23, I think.
Yeah, right after Double or Nothing.
Yeah. So
okay. Let's talk Masters. T. Herm was the only one representing this squad of 4 here at the Masters. How'd it go?
It was good. It was fun. It was a fun time. Dude, every contest this year, I feel like I'm like, honestly, like my contest riding, I feel like is feeling a lot more like stronger and just like more confident out there. Just taking like one trick at a time. Just haven't put it together yet, man. Fell third trick, second pass, right past the 3/4 buoy. So unfortunately, I was done.
So
Just
explain the
missed out on
format,
finals.
because this is like, I was watching Masters this year and I feel like I was more locked in than I usually have been in terms of like what the format is.
Yeah.
So it's just one pass, or not one pass, one run. So 2 passes.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
In
So
semis.
same as PWT except for like the finals.
I'm saying it's for semis and for finals, it's just one run.
Yes. Yeah.
Total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Where like in PWT, semis it's the same, but in finals you get 2 rides.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that do that though, and you get one. You don't get 2 falls. You only get one.
One fall. And
Yeah.
So the only reason Thomas got 1 fall is because he fell after the 3/4 buoy. So it's only on the way back.
And the fall doesn't count against you, right? Like if you were to get the same amount of tricks.
I don't know.
Technically.
I also thought it was pretty funny in the Masters. I think Murray said something, or maybe it was Dano, and he was like, in Nautique or like WWA, they don't count the fall against you. And like they don't count the fall against you ever. It's just a fall.
It takes away
your trick.
a lot of your
real
real
estate.
estate.
Yeah, for
you're running out of real estate.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it's pretty insane to put down like 8 tricks, and I think the judges like that. And it's super hard to, even after you fall, to be able to fit.
Another trick.
Yeah.
I think the
like,
2-run format is better to me in my opinion, because that's how they run it with snowboarding. It's like if you fall,
You're done.
You're losing your flow. Like you're not
next
really
time.
gonna like get up. So yeah, sink second
Well,
run.
and in
Like,
terms of like a live stream too, it's like the person fell. Let's just pull the boat out, get the next person on
Yeah,
the
get
water,
going,
and
yeah.
reset the dude who fell to
Yeah.
get his second run.
yeah,
So
no, I think it's way better, quicker.
Yeah. But it was sick.
Moby Dick got you.
Yep. Moby Dick 5 got me. Haven't fallen on it probably like 2 months. So.
Could either of you explain?
So hey, it happens though. It
Happens.
We're going back. No, I'm stoked for this season though. It'll be fun. I feel like I'm riding pretty good, so be good.
If you would have gotten a second run, would you have gone for the Moby Dick 5 again?
Yeah. Like
Like-
if they pick me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would have done
Or if
like
there's a second round,
there.
like because I was just watching Zara's
Yeah.
run, and she got smoked on a whirly, and then the next trick she did right back was a whirly.
She
Yeah,
took
yeah,
a,
yeah.
she took a
Yeah.
gnarly edge.
Yeah, that was actually sick.
She just got like dropped.
Yeah.
Talk
Yeah,
about
I
good
was-
slams.
I
That was a good one.
I was standing right next to her boyfriend when she fell on it. She got smoked and then she got up and did it. And he was like, yeah, that pissed her off. Like she had to go back and claim it real quick.
I feel like that one can be a bold one sometimes, is like getting up right away and going in the trick you
Yeah,
you
for
went
sure,
down on. Like
100%.
I've done that a fair
Yeah.
share, and sometimes it works, and other times you're like, that was the dumbest thing I could have done. I should have
Yeah.
not gotten up and done the exact same trick.
Yeah, I was just curious to hear your guys'
No,
thoughts on that.
I would have done Moby 5 again though. Like that's a
Okay.
trick that I have like
I
very
feel like
consistent.
it depends on where you're at in your run too. Like with Thomas, he only had room for probably another trick or two.
Yeah.
So it really wouldn't like definitely do the harder one.
Yeah.
But if you're if you're
Yeah.
like going down first pass and it's second trick, you wouldn't probably want to get up and fall again right away. You'd want to do something.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, cool. I can finish the rest of my pass with tricks I know I'm
Yeah,
gonna
good.
land. That'll probably be a bit harder or something.
When's the last time you fell on a Moby 5 in a contest?
Dude, like I don't even know.
I don't know if you ever. I don't know if I've ever seen him fall on a Moby 5 in contest.
Yeah.
No, like seriously,
Hey,
yeah.
it's okay. The PWT last year, I fell on 2 double grab crail
yeah,
chrome
yes,
obes, and I
yes, the
wanted to
chrome
freaking
obes, yeah.
cry.
Chrome
I like
obes.
laced my whole run, and I went down on 2 like seatbelt
Yeah.
to nose chrome obes, and I was like, I've never fallen on that trick, and then did it.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
I was
that day, yeah.
I was so frustrated.
Same with someone else fell on a. I think Nick Rappa fell on something
he fell.
like a simpler mob as well too. That
Yeah,
was an odd day.
No, he fell on toe 9, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Something.
Yours looked like you just got bucked weird off the takeoff.
Yeah, I just got kicked super weird and just had like a bunch of tension. I
Right.
was like, bruh.
At Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked a bit.
Would your chromo be more of like a mental thing then? Was that just like a
No,
one
I
of those
just-
random
I-
like
The second one, I don't know what happened. The first
Yeah.
one, I landed and got caught on the wake and
Oh.
like caught in the whitewash because it was super rolly. The second one, I just kind of like was like, oh, it's good, and I just was. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when you do stuff like that so many times, you kind of don't put in the same mental energy that you need to. Like I've been talking about that. I've been coaching a bit, and like whenever I help people out, I'm like, you usually are messing up because you're not putting in the same mental energy that you do on like your harder tricks. If I go in to a toe 10, or I'm putting in every bit of energy I have compared to like if I go do a KGB5, I've done that trick so many times I don't think about it as much. And usually when you don't think about it, you go down on it.
Yeah.
Get a little lazy, yeah.
Never even thought about that. It's pretty facts.
now you're gonna land your next
facts.
Moby 5.
Yeah. Mid Moby 5. Like, ah!
Finn said to think harder.
Thinking 100% on this. Massey's front roll type situation. I feel stupid for this one, but it just puts my brain in a noodle every time I see that. So can one of you explain that to me? One of you three?
John Dryling had to DM me because I was just like, I don't know, I can't even figure out.
My initial reaction was like, oh, he's just doing a wrapped indie front roll with a shifty. And I was like, that's not correct, though. Like,
Yeah,
that's
you
not what's
guys-
happening.
Cheyenne's, I think, like no disrespect, I think Cheyenne's is better.
It is.
Because his is handle pass, and you
Handle
can
pass.
kind of like notice the 180 pullback more.
Yeah, you can't tell that Mossie's rewinding.
To
as much.
me, I feel like
But
with
it
the
is
wrap,
different.
Yeah,
it's just different. That angle also like doesn't really do it justice.
Right.
The angle from the boat, I feel
Yeah.
like made it look a lot more like a front roll than
But it is a front roll.
It's a
Tootsie-
wrap tootsie rewind
rewind.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So I mean, simple terms, it is a front roll, but it is
There's more going
obviously
on.
more going on than a front
Okay.
roll.
And obviously, I'll put that clip in of Massey, too. So that's just, all right. Wrapped.
It's like
Yeah, pretty wild. It's pretty nice.
yeah, wrapped tootsie rewind, pretty much. I guess
It looks sick. And both of them, I think they both looked way different from the boat. I'm sure if you like watch them on
Yeah.
videos, they look different, too. But
Yeah, a Tootsie rewind wrapped.
Have you ever tried that, Finn? like
I've
you
tried it
got-
regular before, but I've do a handle pass. I've never.
Yeah.
I feel like if I could do switch tootsie, I would probably be able to do it a lot easier. But
I feel like whenever I used to do like tootsies or dum dums, I feel like I wouldn't have like tension till I land. I feel like it'd be so hard for me to get like tension like mid air like that. So like,
yeah.
No.
it just depends on how you do it. Because like if I can do like tail tootsie, like
yeah,
almost going like more
Yeah.
toe side front flip
Yeah.
kind of with it, and it is a lot easier to get tension that way.
yeah.
I don't really go upside down, so I don't have that issue. Guenther is
Same.
definitely back, though. That is like,
was ripping,
I know we were
dude.
talking a little bit before the podcast, but like, he obviously put a lot of time and effort, I think, into training on the cable side of things before LAO, and obviously
yeah.
it paid off. But I don't know he's a competitor, like through and through.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
So I wouldn't say I was surprised, but it was like cool to see come back to their side.
it speaks to Guenther's talents because that guy really is a really good all around rider, and he established himself as a really good all around rider in the last 6 years, to come back from like being off the water for almost a year and to get second at LAO, right? And then is he second or third at Masters?
Third.
Masters third. Second at LAO.
Yeah, pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Super
it's insane.
gnarly.
He was looking like so solid too.
Yeah, he looked
like
great
every
too.
trick was just
Yeah, so good to see Guenther back.
like a robot, dude.
And he filmed that edit, which we can briefly touch on, the airboat edit.
That
So
was
we
a
didn't talk
fun
about
one.
yeah, that's
That
sick.
was
That was sick.
That was
Yeah.
a great video.
super fun to watch.
Homie went viral on the IG, dude.
That's what
That's sick.
T-Herms do.
That's all T-Herm cares about.
I was like, dude, this vid's going.
He probably
crazy.
didn't watch it other than the Instagram
He's
reels.
like, oh, there's a full video of this, dude? What?
How many gators are in this?
No, that was sick because I didn't see like the airboat trick type stuff coming either. I thought it was just like when the airboat did like 360.
Oh yeah,
and,
that was
like,
sick.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
I didn't know that he was getting pulled by an airboat. I just thought he was gonna. When he told me he was gonna go down to the Everglades and like the St. John's and do a project with Red Bull, I was like, oh, he's gonna bring like a boat down to the Everglades or maybe like a jet ski or something or
yeah.
winch.
Yeah,
But to get pulled by the airboat like was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, that looks miserable. to
Oh,
ride
he
behind an
said
airboat.
he's told me afterwards. He's like, I effing never want to ride behind an airboat ever
Yeah.
again. Like, he's like, I got so sick of that, just getting blasted.
Yeah.
Oh,
Turned out
man.
sick though.
I think it's time we dive into the LF and Wheeler questions presented by Liquid Force.
The LF and Wheel of questions.
Okay, let's go.
Wait.
It's right behind Fynn. So Fynn,
bum.
go ahead and gently grab that down. Filled it out custom for this. So I think
Oh, wait, do we want it?
Dude.
Oh, lost of the debut again.
Debute's taking a couple slams today.
Debuts down.
We got trick trivia on here. We got best method on the PWT. Bring an event back. So we get to bring an event from the past back. Next NBD to be done on the cable, and then next NBD to be done on the boat. So we'll go ahead and we'll have Garrett spin it right into the camera there. So let's see what we get. And we'll spin it once and we'll answer. So whoever.
Trick trivia.
Okay, well then we'll have to spin it again because I only have one trick trivia question on here.
I've got lots.
So we'll go with you then. What is the wrecking ball?
The wrecking ball is a wrapped Moby Dick invented by Matt Hickman, the former editor of Wakeboarding magazine.
Dude,
Wow.
you're so
That was on.
I wouldn't even.
That was
I'd be like,
on. I knew the trick, but I did not know who did it.
That's good wealth of knowledge right there. I love that.
I remember that one. If you asked me some of the other ones, I would have been like, nah.
Yeah.
You want me-
No, we'll
Dude, you were
we'll have
on
Fynn
that.
spin it. We'll have Fynn spin a different one, and then I'll have
I've got trick questions if these guys want to try and answer any.
yeah. Let's do a quick one if you got one on the top of your head. Yeah.
What's a Slurpee?
oh, it's
you know
you
who
come in
it's
toe.
invented by,
Well,
for sure.
you come in toe side cuffed,
Yes.
and then you go like. I mean, is it?
It's kind of like a cuffed G spot, isn't it?
Well,
Like
I was gonna say like a blind Pete.
Yeah, like cuffed blind
But like,
Pete.
Blind Pete.
isn't it more like you don't flip like crazy? You kind of go like off axis with
You
it.
kind of you flip cork out the back because you're coming cuffed.
Yeah.
So
Like
Yeah.
it makes to me, I can like see it on cable more. Like it makes sense to me on cable.
Yeah.
gotcha.
More than it does on both.
You know,
But yeah.
do you remember who invented it?
Not gonna lie.
You
no.
gotta know.
Not gonna lie. I don't even. I can't think right
Do
now.
you know Fynn?
First part of his nickname is insane.
That's a huge hint.
Shane?
It rhymes.
Shane?
It rhymes with Shane.
Insane Shane.
Mastercraft rider way back in the day.
Old Connolly rider.
Connolly rider.
CWB.
Steel Lafferty.
No.
No.
I don't think
Yeah,
Steele's invented a trick.
Way older.
Oh, you
way
probably
older.
Joking.
Yeah, double mob.
But like, who else?
Who else's name rhymes with insane?
He can ride
That's
like
what I'm thinking.
anything.
What other name besides Shane rides an insane Dane?
Dane.
This is great. This is great.
Last
Sorry.
letter of the alphabet is his first name.
My
Zane.
apologies.
Yeah, yeah.
My apologies to Zane Schwank.
Schwank.
Sorry, bud.
We love
Zane
you.
Schwank.
We got it there.
Yeah, Zane Schwank with the Slurpee. So actually,
Slurpee, yeah.
we actually did a contest in Alliance back in the day where we made. Actually, Corey Tunison was one of the. We took Grom riders at the time, and Corey was one of the young bucks. This is when his brother Brad was still traveling over here and riding.
Yeah.
And so Corey and like a handful of other kids, and we brought Zane out on the boat, and he was teaching them all how to do Slurpees. So it was a Slurpee day. So, but of course, dude, Corey, of
Little
course,
Slurp day.
once Corey learned it, Corey then did Slurpee 5
No way.
and
really?
got to name it. I think he named it the Big Gulp because it
was
never,
Big Gulp.
He'd
Yeah,
never,
yeah.
he'd never landed. It never
Natural
landed
progression
before.
there, yeah.
Yeah, and then he almost landed a Slurpee 7, which would have been nuts.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. You should
Dude, I didn't even know that.
You guys should get on the boat with Corey again and tell him to wrap up for a Slurpee or cuff up for a Slurpee.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Are we spinning this
The
again?
crashes were all time that day.
Yeah.
Zane was actually at one point, because he's like, these are the young kids, I'm gonna mess with them. At one point, he was giving them bad advice. Oh, Tony Iacone was one of the kids. He's giving Tony bad advice.
That's
Tony just getting
brutal.
smoked.
That's brutal, dude.
Just getting smoked.
Hey, so you really want to let go with your front hand as quick as possible?
It was awesome. It was awesome.
I wouldn't like to get smoked on that. I wouldn't say it's like an objectively good-looking trick to do, so it'd be a tough one to take a dinger on.
Yep.
You want to do one trick trivia for Fynn, and then if you don't have one, we'll have him spin. That'll work.
Do you know what were some of the other weird ones?
Tootsie Roll? I know who did that. That was Shane Bonifay.
Speedball.
Darren Shapiro.
Okay.
Double
easy.
front flip. That's
Slow
what
ball.
I don't know that.
Slow ball.
That's a
What?
slow ball.
Slow ball was like a Superman front flip style by Jeremy Kovac. It was like the anti speed ball. So
Where you like stretch out and then.
so he would stretch out and then just tuck into one front flip. And he did it basically just almost not making fun of the speed ball, but just like he's like,
Definitely after the speedball, though.
right. Oh yeah, it came after the speed ball.
That's what we call it. We call it a lawn dart on snowboarding. Is like a big laid out
and then
stretch and then go into it front flip.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have you spin it still, Fynn, though, because we'll get another one of these on here.
I don't even know what I got.
What does it say there?
Bring back an event.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I got lots.
I was thinking about this Shredtown Jamboree.
Ooh. I like that.
That would be rad.
It's kind of
Shredtown
morphed into
Jamboree.
yard sale, but it's definitely way different now. So that would be
I
cool.
think it was just kind of a different vibe than yard sale
Oh, yeah.
a little bit. I think Shredtown Jamboree was pretty sick, and all the videos that came out from that were pretty awesome.
Those guys did so.
Or that or X Games Real Wake. I think that was.
That's easy.
Oh yeah,
That was
classic X Games.
Real Wake would be sweet.
What
What do you want to see?
dude,
back?
when I was okay, wait. I don't know how I'm blanking on the contest name. It was like Wakefest vibes.
Brostock?
Brostock.
Bro Stock
Yeah,
was sick.
Yeah, Brostock. Because I was so young, my parents would never let me go to it because it was like a big party event, you know.
It's good.
But-
It's a good thing you were there.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. But it looked like a sick event, and I was like always like,
It would be sick to bring that back, yeah.
yeah.
Brostock would be. It's
That'd be
just a
sick.
big double. It's take double.
What is it? Just double ups?
It's just double ups.
Oh, sick.
So take double
Yeah.
or
There
you
nothing.
go.
Put it on a big lake with
Yep.
people partying around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good to
It
bring
would be
back.
cool to have more than one double up comp a year.
Yeah.
Be sick.
True. What about you, Garrett? What'd you bring back?
I'd like to see Wake the Line come back.
Wake the Line was also really sick.
That was
Yeah.
such a cool venue. And I know you talked about it in your recent podcast with David, right? Yeah. And he spoke to it, but that setup inside of it's basically a swimming stadium. So where they have it's Olympic sized pools and there's, grandstands on each side and you set up a 2.0 over them. And then you put the features on the land and it's on the, cement area, padded area, whatever, between the pools.
Yep.
That was so sick.
They were so rad.
What was the was it MASH that did the big kicker contest, or what was that?
Munich Mash has the big air kicker. And
Yeah,
they still do, I think, don't
But
they?
I thought there was
They
another
don't do the
Red
kicker
Bull.
anymore. No, they
I thought
did.
there was or was it always MASH that did that? I thought it was another contest that Red Bull did that was maybe the
Wake
big
Open
kicker.
had the big air for sure, didn't it?
Oh yeah, Wake Open. That's
Did
what
it?
Um,
There was.
You're talking about like with
the
like the
big
landing
kicker
ramp,
with
yeah?
the landing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dom did
It was Munich was the one that had it there for years, but there was another Red Bull event that had it.
I think it was Red Bull Wake Open.
Was it Wake Open? Okay.
No, that'd be a sick one.
well, in Wake, there was the original Wake Open was in Tampa, and that's where they tried to combine 3 different parts of wakeboarding. You had the boat, you had the you had the cable park set up in front of Tampa Convention
so
Center.
cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was really cool. And then you,
Was that big air? Was that what was the third?
I
event
think
of
that it wasn't if I remember right, it wasn't the full. It was like a kicker
was just
contest,
kicker
but
contest,
but
that's
it
what it was,
wasn't a
yep.
full. It wasn't a full mega ramp.
Was
Correct.
it?
It was
What
just kicker.
didn't Raf win boat and cable or podium
Yeah.
in both or
Yeah.
something?
He won
That was-
overall.
He won overall.
Okay, yeah.
That's
it's
that's
sick.
the year that was 2012 when Raf won everything.
The year of
Boat
the
and
Raf.
cable.
That
It
was
was
Raf's
gnarly.
dominant year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some good events that it'd be cool to see come back for sure.
I feel like there's just a lot.
There are a
almost
lot.
everything. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. We'll have T Herm give it a spin, and then we can put the elephant little questions back. So,
Oh, dude.
Spin that thing.
and obviously, if it lands on one that it's already landed on, we will move it to the next.
Oh,
slot.
trick trivia. Spin
Move it-
again.
yeah.
Next.
The next
Next
NBD,
NBD
on the
on
boat.
boat.
Ah, this is another good one. So next NBD. Well, and I guess what was the last NBD on a boat? Do we
The
know?
triple Fashionaire.
Yeah, facts.
No, it was a
Hey.
double toe side front roll. Indie grab.
Well, yesterday I did triple fashion air.
Yeah, that's been done. That's ABD, dude.
I'm just kidding.
So the most recent one though was what you just did, right?
Yeah, probably the double
Which it
fronty.
blows my mind that it hasn't been done.
Yeah, I know it's weird. Like Bob Seven back in the day did a double scarecrow.
Yeah,
Right, double scarecrow.
Which I think is less like scary in a way.
But I was
of,
called.
like, breaking
I
your
called
legs.
I called like 10 people. I was like, and everyone was like thinking about like if anyone ever did. And like I don't think so.
Yeah,
But it's yeah.
So what's the next
Yeah,
NBD?
dude.
Because I mean, you'd be
I
the
don't
one to do it.
know.
You're already at 2 in a calendar year. So
Dude. Well, we were just talking before this how like 14 could be done.
I would just love to see
Heel
Thomas
12.
do some spins.
other than a heel front 9. nose
Oh
grab.
wait, we're not saying MBD for me now.
No, we are. We are. I'd love to see
A little
Thomas do
1080
anything
action. Let's
other than a
1080 action,
freaking
dude.
triple flip or a double front roll. I want to see some spins.
Dude, I do gotta work on the spins, especially the toe side. Toe side spins. No, dude, but I don't even know.
You guys,
think
you got to think back to the last time you saw Thomas Herman do a toe 9.
Dude, I could get out there right now, bust one out. Not gonna say it's gonna look real good. But,
I mean, you got any
dude,
thoughts?
someone's gonna do a heel 12 for sure.
I
I
think
feel like they
Someone's
said
gotta
that
do it.
10 years ago.
Shota, we're calling your name. It needs to be you.
Yeah, I think.
You were the rightful heir to that trick.
Shota.
And I feel like, dude, Shota, just put a day into that one, dude. Just put a good day
Just
into
mark
it.
a day on a
Yeah.
calendar.
Not
and go
even.
sit.
I
Day
think he
into it.
needs literally probably 2 attempts at it, and he'd probably land it.
Let's make
That's
him
a
do it
day
at the
for a
super
30 -year-old.
shoot.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, but
Shota, you can't ride anything other than
That means
The double up.
the next NBD is next week. Shota.
Yep.
Talk about wakeboard making a comeback.
he's
dude.
definitely
3
not,
NBDs
he's
in one
definitely
calendar
not
year.
going to listen to this and know that we were talking about him doing it.
Yeah,
No,
that's for
we'll,
sure.
we'll have to clip him.
Yeah, we'll clip this and send it to him. There
Yeah.
you go. That'll be perfect.
Yeah.
That's the boat. So, I mean, I had them both on there, but boat.
Should we just do the last one?
Yeah, let's just do
I feel like that's the
cable.
last.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the last one we didn't do.
Should be the
No,
last
other
one.
than the method.
Best method.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's not that interesting, I guess. So, cable. I mean, I think 14. I think it's probably already been done. I think toe back 14 really isn't that crazy.
I would say heel would be the one that's done over toe back.
You think?
Because it'd be.
I mean,
I'll-
given-
I'm just going off of for Trent. I would
Just
say,
watching Trent
I
do
would
front
say
12, yeah.
probably the heel front 12 because he can go bigger, and it would just be the same thing as him doing a toe back 12.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if that's already been done. And, he's
And
sitting
I
on
mean,
that
to
clip.
be honest, if you film the front of the kicker, or if you film the back of the kicker, you could pre-spin it enough to where you can't even tell.
Well, I don't know about that. Just play that sucker on slow mo and see where the board's at. But that's a good
Just
point.
really keep your chest going and your hips going
True,
early.
yeah, keep the chest early and you're good. Yeah, I would say that 14 is probably the
What's crazy to me is I watched Timo try that at the Shark Wake
went
Park
huge.
Open, and I don't even remember what year that was. Was that 15? That
Really?
was a
Maybe
while.
16, yeah.
It was a
long
while
time
ago, and he landed and popped the handle.
Well, and that's right next to that patio, dude. And he was like above. Like,
He was at the
railing
cable
of
line.
Yeah,
I have a video of it on my phone somewhere. He
Insane.
On a 14.
so it was like the kicker contest. So that was actually a really sick contest. That would be cool to bring back for cable purposes. But they had like a jam format, and then they had like a kicker contest, and then I think there was an overall for it. But I remember like Guy was ripping. He had some insane lines. Like I think the kicker contest you could do like it was like best 2 or something. So Guy was doing like toe back 12, switch toe back 12, like in a line. And then he'd go like heel 12, switch heel 12. And I was like, that was crazy. And then Timo was just like poking out heel, like massive heel
biggest
12. Yeah, it
12s
was
you'll ever see.
Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Shark in Myrtle
Crazy.
Beach, but there's like a big patio. And it's probably, like
It looks like
2
right
kick-
at the kicker, right?
2, yeah, it's right at the kicker, but like 2 kicker heights pretty much. And he was going about the same height as the cable almost on like the 12s and stuff. It was insane.
Going full Daniel Grant.
Might have been bigger.
I think
I
bigger,
watched
dude.
Daniel come to the Hexagon. I watched him go pretty yard. He actually sent it into the tower, like not smoked, but like he sent it from our XL kicker probably about like 70 to 80 feet into the turn. And it was
That's
insane.
insane.
Timo might have gone bigger than that. It was
air.
crazy.
Big air never gets old.
Just landed on flat.
Just landing dead
Dude.
flat.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's nuts. So thanks to Liquid Force for the LF and Lula questions. We'll go ahead and put that back. Let's try not to knock the debut down yet again.
I'm just trying
It's taking a beating today. I don't know how much more it can take. I think we dive into a Patreon question from Rich Wheeler. So thanks everyone who's on the Patreon. Helps keep the podcast going. Really appreciate the support. He goes, I snowboard and also listen to Bomb Hole. Riders like Fynn are helping bridge the snowboarding and wakeboarding gap. And it's something that's come up on the Bomb Hole a few times recently. He's wondering, how do you think we continue to build that bridge? What can help further the, relationship between snowboarding and wakeboarding, getting more snowboarders on the water?
I think just kind of continuing to do it, getting more people into it. I think Felix does a good job. Liam does a really good job, and I try to do my best with like bringing different aspects into both, and I think they translate really well. So I think it's just kind of continuing along the path and trying to get more people into it. Obviously, wakeboarding and snowboarding are very expensive sports, so it's not an easy thing to be able to do both. But obviously, I think trying to get people more into it because they both are really cool and unique sports in their own way.
Yeah, they're both a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah,
no doubt about that.
Not when you fall.
No, swimming sucks. That's for sure. And snowboarding hurts a lot more. So, I think that, and obviously cable parks would be a great.
I think cable parks are huge.
That's the most relatable thing.
I think the biggest thing is just contests and kind of having like more
exposure
and just ways to watch it. I mean, I think if we kind of rebrand a little bit of what wakeboarding is and bring it back to how it was, and
what do you mean by that? Dive into that a little bit.
Well, just like with how Double or Nothing was, or Bro Stock, or any of those events, like that's not a thing anymore. Like you're not going to go to a contest and have a bunch of people watching it. The PWT last year in Tennessee was probably one of the bigger wakeboard events other than Double or Nothing with just viewers. And I just feel like there needs to be more of that if we want more people to get into it. Because obviously snowboarding is a much more reached sport.
Yeah.
Because, obviously, not everyone can access it, but it is easier for people to understand it. And like, oh yeah, I go skiing with my family once a year. And like, everyone kind of, I feel like, does that at some point, and
or even sledding in the backyard is like just
or even snowboarding, and it's just being a part of that, and it's harder to be a part of wakeboarding if you can't follow along with it, I guess.
Or see it in person, like
no,
for sure, which is huge. What do you have to say something, Garrett?
No. I mean, if you think about it, I think one of the hindrances is the fact that we don't really have a common sort of hub or media hub even. What Grab Matters is doing by telling stories and bringing things together and promoting wakeboarding as a sport and a culture helps, but I think we need more of that, and we do need more of a community with some of the cable parks. You see what West Rock and is it Action, they're doing a little thing, and
Action's doing something with them,
and then you've got the Broken Record Tour with Terminus and is it Elevated and one other
Elevated in Southtown.
And so I think we need more things like that. You need more things like Ride with the Pros, like Liquid Force does, where they send their park riders around to parks around the world. And you need the industry to come together and promote those in a bigger way, and speak to them, and then to draw those people in. And fortunately, we have guys like Hunter or people from the Midwest that have the small mountain Midwest snow sentiment vibe, where they love being on the mountain. They're not crazy big mountain riders. They love hitting their local parks. And then can you bring them into cable parks that are in the area? Can we get more cable parks in those areas, and how do we make those cable parks thrive? And then you start bridging more of that gap, because I feel like I've heard you preach it before, but reaching that Midwest snowboarder, and that sort of scene, I think is crucial. And it's can we continue to work together as a sport to do that?
Yeah, definitely. I've always thought obviously the best way to do cable would be to have every ski resort have just a cable park in their snowmaking pond or whatever right next to it would be sweet. That's a far-fetched pipe dream. But I agree with the event type situation where it's I was at LAO, and that's the one event from what I gathered is they do that a year to give back to wakeboarding, but they put everything into it. They do everything. It right. They put it all into it for that week or whatever. And I would think that's the way forward in terms of events. It's not to do a bunch of these events all over the place. Action in West Rock is doing one event each, and they're just putting everything into the year. They're not doing a bunch of different events throughout the year that are distracting, I guess. They're just go into it with one event, Broken Record Tour, one little event series, and put everything into it for your park for that weekend. And I think the same would be for like the boat contest. Like PWT is what, 4 stops?
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, that's perfect. 4 stops, make each stop in its own location and like pour everything into it. I don't know what more I guess you guys could do.
I think that's getting better this year. Like obviously with them switching the locations, I think the virtual stuff kind of, like that took a big hit backwards and basically had to like reset. But I think this year will be cool. With Park City, I think that'll be pretty huge.
Yeah, we were talking
like,
Utah's gonna be sick.
Utah's gonna be sick. I talked to because like the U.S. snowboard team's like facilities out there, and I've been talking with them. And I was like, oh, you guys should bring everyone out, and they were all like, they're all coming out for it and stuff.
Sick.
So like the whole team's gonna come out, and I think that one will be really cool. And I think just switching it to locations that are public, like the one in where was the one in Georgia a couple years ago that I was at like the Olympic Park?
Oh, Lake Lanier.
Lanier, yeah.
Lanier was pretty cool. Like I felt like a lot of people went to that. Like it was just like an easy location, and it's always busy, and it's like it might not be the best spot for us to ride, but it's also
which I think, like in my opinion, like I'm down to sacrifice like a little bit of conditions, for like the experience. Like if there's more people there, like just gonna be a better and more fun time, And I feel like a lot of the riders like can agree with that.
Is that what you feel like the sentiment on tour is? Was like that you guys would rather have a little bit worse conditions? And
I mean, obviously you want to have the best conditions.
Yeah.
I feel like to do the best riding, but like
if it means getting
getting more exposure and more people into wakeboarding, I would definitely say I'd have worse conditions for better.
PWT's been killing it though, like having like motocross guys, skaters, BMXers.
I think
like,
they're turning it more
trucks.
into like a show, which is what it needs to be.
Yeah, 100%.
No one's gonna be able to follow. No one's gonna be able to follow wakeboarding if you just see a bunch of doubles and stuff. They're like, oh, that looks sick, but also I'm not like realistically, I'm not gonna do that. I was actually talking about that with Bemis the other day, and it's kind of crazy. Like back in the day, a couple years ago, a couple years ago, like you could achieve. I feel like for someone just going out on the water, like in Michigan, like the Michigan riders could go out in the water and be like, all right, cool. All I need to do to be competitive is like sevens and stuff. And now you look at it and you're like, this is it's such a hard goal to achieve.
That
to
bar
put
is
into
high.
Well, it's hard.
Doubles and tens. It's like that's not happening.
Yeah,
like,
there used to be like 80 people that would pull up for like a tour stop.
Well, yeah, because
you
can show up and you're like, cool, I can make a finals with doing like sevens and stuff, and that's a goal I can achieve. And now you're like, oh, I have to have a big enough wake to be able to do nines and tens consistently, and then like learn doubles, and it's hard to. I mean, you and I both worked with Mike forever, and like that was a huge thing. But like not everyone gets that opportunity, and it's tough.
Definitely
so
not.
It's, like I think even contests like INT would be huge to bring back. Like that would actually out of every contest.
And hold it on a boat that isn't like a sacked out whatever new.
Yeah.
Boat, like I don't know, like a 210. Like hold it on a 210 or something. That's totally enough to do sevens on stuff. Like I don't know. I had this weird thought of like snowboarding's pipe is what, 23 feet?
22.
22? Okay. It would be interesting, like in a separate dimension, if wakeboarding capped its like wake height to a certain level of like.
Yeah, but I mean, with a half pipe, you can still go bigger. Like that's the thing.
But I mean, and then in wakeboarding, you can be like, okay, well, grabs are going to have now more significance and more importance than like another 180 or whatever. It's just an interesting thought because it's like, as the boats got more expensive and as the wakes got bigger, less people had access to be able to do the tricks that are done on the PWT.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or they just get hurt sooner and stop riding.
That too, yeah. So it's just an interesting. I don't know. Yeah, if you bring back like an INT though, hold it behind a boat. I think that's more relatable to people.
I think out of every contest that they've ever done, I think INT would probably be the best one to bring back.
Yeah.
Looking at it, because like when I used to do INT, it was a trick point based thing. Like it wasn't like, oh, I have to like do this run and hopefully they reward it or they like it. Like you knew exactly what score you get if you landed. It's. I mean, it sounds stupid to have wakeboarding be like trick skiing, but at the same time it's like,
but it's also a great introduction for
like that's how I got into it. And I I like started competing with older guys when I was way younger than them, just because I was like, oh, I have the tricks that I can like I can do this now, and it was really fun. And those contests were probably some of the busiest contests when I was growing up. Like I was like, this is a huge wakeboard event,
right?
And they just it sucks that they stopped, but I think that was a huge grassroots event. And
did you do like little grassroots contests when you were a kid too?
I did INTs all growing up. And then I went to like INT nationals, and then
Thomas and I did a couple INT nationals together.
Did you? Okay.
That's when I met like Fynn and like Tanner Hyam, like Tyler's younger brother, like a ton of people. And then I started doing like WWA stuff.
And so for
INT
each of your
was
different
sick.
regions, because you're North Carolina, you're Indiana, Ohio,
Yeah, Indiana.
and like, is the INT scene like sort of dead?
That's done. There's no INT.
Yeah. I
They
don't think
stopped
they do
it a while ago. I was they used to run it at the cable.
Oh, but
all the time.
sorry, I didn't mean just INT, but I mean like even grassroots. Like, is there
No,
anybody
it's
even
dead.
doing
It's
grassroots
dead.
contests
No, it's
in
dead.
your scene?
No.
That's-
Nothing that I know. In, like,
But there wasn't ever really
Midwest
like
area.
any other than like what we did at Hexagon and INT. I don't think there's really any like grassroots contests for us other than that.
Gotcha.
Like actually, I guess no. To be fair, Adam does quite a bit. He has like 2 or 3 contests.
Yeah, Adam
a year.
does, like,
Adam
the-
does a really good job with that.
the big
too.
air fair
He has a
or-
big air fair, and then he has like 2 other wakeboard contests. And there's maybe 2 or 3 other ones, but like INT was huge because you'd always compete and then like go to nationals. You know, it's
Right.
kind of like. I feel like the INT is kind of what the WWA like wanted to be almost like, you know, you compete at the regionals and then go into nationals, but it's like INT was almost everyone could do it. Like it was
Right.
just way more achievable.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just, it sucks. Like those contests I felt like brought a lot into wakeboarding, and now you look at it and you're like, there's just, whenever we were competing, there was, you know, Thomas, me, Tyler, Tanner, Kevin Duffy, like a bunch of European riders that were competing in boys 10 to 13. And, you know, like I moved up when I was younger just because I wanted to compete with my friends and everything and push myself. And now I feel like, you know, you got like Kane and Hudson, and I'm sure I'm missing a couple others, but there's way less kids in it now.
Right.
And
Seems like it.
It sucks.
Yeah,
Well,
for
that's
sure.
like a twofold problem. That like one, I think the objectivity of like the point system is good for people getting into stuff like this because it doesn't allow them to be so mad at other people when it doesn't go their way. It's like, well, you didn't do the trick that had the score. Like that's on you. Like maybe you butt checked it and that's why we didn't count it. Whatever. But like, having the subjectivity allows people to be like, my run wasn't good. Blah blah blah. And it's like, f this sport. Like this sucks. And then the other thing is like with the media side of things, I feel like it's harder to follow even if there were all these grassroots events. Like I'm a kid getting into wakeboarding. How do I really, like, do you just go to the WWA and it's like, this is where my local events are? I feel like it's not
so confusing.
super out there. Like it's not straightforward of like, here's the calendar of the events in my area and here's what it looks like.
Right.
Maybe there is, I guess. I don't know. I haven't followed super closely on that, but
I haven't either. I mean, you could probably hypothesize a bunch of different things. I mean, like did the fact that brick and mortar stores aren't around as much, so then you're not as connected to a local scene because you're shopping online. Did that? So then there's less of a local scene, and there's less people to make an INT event. You know, is it all like a sort of like a
snowball type
snowball
situation?
effect?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they could bring INT back and it'd be pretty big, but
Do it right. Yeah, it would be cool because, like you guys said, that's kind of how you came into it, and that's how the next generation is going to get into it. So, let's move on, Thomas. So, I want to talk to you about the triple. When are you going to land another triple?
What up? Dude, bro, chill, dog. No, dude, so many, like, I mean, I did, like, a ton of, like, boat shows this winter, and, like, so many people that I meet through, like, coaching or whatever. I don't know, I couldn't tell you, like, how many times I've gotten asked that question. It's like, so, like, have you done it again? Like, have you tried it again? I
know
I have not tried it again. Now, I do, I'm not going to say I'll never do it again, because it would be so sick to do another one. Honestly, like, the biggest thing for me is, like, I'm just scared to get hurt on it, to be honest.
Sure,
There's like so many things that I want to do right now and focus on that like I just don't want to go like try to like send it again and like freaking hurt my knee or something, you know.
Well, it's not like you have something to prove by like going out and like.
Well, it would be
done.
sick. I mean, it would be so sick. I think it'd be really, really cool to do it again. Just put it out like it'd be insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a lot of impact, man.
It's a lot.
How do you like the nickname? What do you think about the nickname Triple Flip Thomas? Is that, I mean,
I think it's Triple Flip King. I don't think
Triple
it's
Flip TFK.
TFT.
Triple Flip King.
TFT.
Whatever, dude. I'm down for whatever. Then it was actually pretty sick. At Masters, like before I jumped off the dock. It's pretty
on the
cool.
live stream.
Well,
he called you the Triple Flip King. He
Yeah,
didn't say
yeah.
anything else. He just
Yeah.
goes,
That's what it
Mr.
was.
Triple Flip.
Yeah.
How are they supposed to find
No,
you on
but-
Instagram, TikTok if they call you the Triple Flip? That's not your handle.
Facts. No, it was cool here
Can
in
we start a
Dano.
petition for you to change it to Mr. Triple Flip?
Legally change my name.
Yeah, is that taken? Can we get that on there?
No, it was cool at Masters though here in Dano, cause like now I have like like all like the riders are like like 2023 like overall champion whatever
Yeah.
you know. I feel like now I finally like have something to like
You have
stand in the
something
dock.
to
He was
like
like
lead you
yeah,
and
he was
lead
like-
into your name.
yeah he was like Red Bull double nothing like champion like triple flip top or whatever. I was like, oh, that's pretty sick. Let's go.
So, but for you, he could do it.
Yeah,
instead
finally
of,
like, have something.
So
to,
that's why you weren't focused on the Moby Dick 5.
Yeah.
and
So
so
too busy living up the triple flip, dude.
for you, he can just do like he's the 1 flip, 2 flip, triple flip Thomas Herman. That's because like with everybody
when
else,
Megan did.
whatever else to do
Oh,
with
yeah.
Megan. The Megan's the 7 times. You
He'll
just
say it 7 times.
Dano.
Now he's got to say it. Now he's got to say it 8 times.
Now he's got to say it 8.
Yep.
That is pretty wild. That needs a little bit of love. Eight
Dude, props to Megan.
times. That's nuts, dude.
Yep.
That's pretty wild.
Super wild.
Yeah, triple, dude. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Like, it'd be cool if people start trying them. I don't know.
I'm not saying you got to do another one. I was just
I
wondering
know.
if you're-
I know.
Who do you guys think's gonna be the next
Kai.
person?
Kai was the only other person that did it.
Okay.
And he did stale, and he said after you landed, he said he didn't want to do it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I mean,
who,
maybe
like-
he's doing it for the video, but he said after you landed in the
That would be a
contest because he
sick
tried
video.
it in the
Video.
contest a couple
Dude, if
times.
he-
I bet he tries it. I bet he tries to get it for the movie for sure.
He actually had
Sick.
like they showed me he had like some where he literally
Real close.
landed
It was
and popped the
close,
handle,
dude.
but he was doing stale, which was crazy.
That's sick. That's gotta look so sick, though.
It was nuts. I
Well,
don't
he
know.
tried stale, and then I saw somewhere he was just like hucking him.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to get the grab on the stale, to be honest. Like when I've done double back rolls off the double up, like you'll definitely go somewhere. You're like, I gotta just go with the
Yeah,
without the
just,
grab, or I'm gonna get smoked.
Yep. But who do you guys think? Like outside of Kai would be next person for a triple?
Maybe Kane, but I don't see any other
You
person.
think so?
I just am going off of the only other person that would want to do it. I don't think anyone.
No, just like has the capability of doing it. You think?
Ty, maybe triple cab.
Yeah.
Oof.
I've always thought Ty.
But I don't know if anyone. I don't know if that's gonna be done. I feel like Steel was like his trick, and I feel like it's gonna kind of like live and die with Steel. To be honest,
Yeah.
Ty would be my guess too.
Ty would be my only other guess.
I always thought it'd be Ty. Like,
But
if someone else is gonna do it.
I think it's gonna be a different triple. I don't think it'll be another back roll.
No, yeah. Like Ty would do triple cab for sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really see many people like wanting to do it. I think it was kind of like whoever wanted to do it, could land it first. But I think after you landed, I think everyone kind of like, like that's your trick. No one else really has a desire to do it.
And he landed at a double
We'll
or
see.
nothing.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the.
I feel like the only other thing that would be like equally or not equally as cool, but just as cool in my opinion, would like doing it for the video. Like at the
for
end of
sure.
the video, like grab that'd be sick. Like another banger.
You should try it with nose. That's what you should redo it. You should redo nose triple back roll.
Maybe not, gnarly.
I think it's time we dive into a section called "Deserve Some Love," presented by Driftline. So Driftline makes wetsuit line board shorts. Fynn rocks them. I
do.
rock them. Maybe if Thomas rocked them, he'd land another triple.
I have a pair.
There you go.
Doesn't
do
know,
have a pair.
he doesn't know where they are, but he has a pair.
No. I found them the other day.
Oh,
swear.
hell
It's like those same ones, bro.
The black ones are sick, dude. I'm a
Yep.
huge fan of the black ones. I'm about to rock these later today.
Dude, your hands are so sweaty.
Thomas got nervous talking about
Sweaty.
triples.
He's getting nervous, dude. Mom spaghetti all over the store already.
My hands are always sweaty.
Yeah, grab 15 to get 15% off. So just time to give someone some love they deserve. I was talking about Megan. I feel like 8 times is like pretty wild. No matter what, like what you're doing 8 times to win is nuts. So I don't know if you guys got any names that you can toss out there. People that deserve some love.
I think Trent deserves some love for going LAO champ again.
True,
We already-
three-peat. Yeah, that, I
We
didn't
already
talk
talked about Guenther coming
That's a good
back.
one.
Yeah,
I actually texted Gavin and I told him to win for me at LAO. So I'm just gonna give him some love because he wasn't happy with his ride, but I still think he rode pretty well. So shout out to Gavin Stuckey. You're
You
a
had to go up
legend.
against Guenther. That's always tough.
Yep.
Americana versus Americana.
My
Liquid force
roommate-
versus liquid force.
True.
my roommate Corey come back from his ankle. He's been working hard to get the ankle feeling
Love
good. And he's been ripping good. So
What was that trick he just posted?
wrecking ball, bro.
The,
You're wrecking
the
ball, dog.
Slurpee. The Slurpee 7.
Wrecking ball 5, dog. But he double grabbed it. It was actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
Dude, that confused me in the contest when he did wrap back
Yeah.
9 and then the wrecking ball 5. I was like, was that not the
Same
trick?
trick.
Looks like it to me.
Yeah. Looked cool though. Deserves some love.
Yeah, who you got, Garrett?
His name got. Who did you? Oh, you just. I just watched Dean's interview.
Dino.
Love Dino and the Wing family. Dean Wing.
Oh, yeah, Dean.
But Dino was talking about his part. Was 30 something, 30
something,
whatever.
yeah.
I mean, he did such a rad job with that. But Rathy crushed that edit. And
Sure did.
Rathy got his like kudos as a rider because he really was one of the best ever. But sometimes I don't think we actually appreciate how good Rathy was at frickin' everything. Rathy was the next like great hope for Canadian water skiing. He was a killer 3-eventer, got into wakeboarding, got into wake skating, like would podium and win some events at Toe Jam back in like 07, 08. It was gnarly. And then crushed wakeboarding, like was so good and doing tricks that had never been done and doing it like some of the 1-footer stuff and like wrapped back.
Yeah, a lot
10.
of good 1-footer stuff.
The freaking like osmosis double grab 7 or whatever he did off the double up was so insane. And then he got into filming and crushed like filming stuff. So like he has a super creative eye and he's still out there crushing filming stuff. So kudos to Rathy because when Dean brought it up yesterday and I was watching the pod, I was just like, man, Rathy was rad.
That I agree with that because I feel like if you bring up a short list of like some of the greatest wakeboarders of all time, Rathy is like towards the beginning of that list, but I feel like his name maybe not so much as remembered.
People are gonna say like Parks or Raff or they're gonna say but Rathy is up there. Yeah. Rathy is up there.
We were talking about it with Reed and Trevor. I think they have Rathy on their list.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely did a lot and I don't know. He definitely put out just some really sick videos, and I think because he got injured quite a bit, right? Or no? Yeah.
I mean, right after his big year, like 09 or he was 10.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
kind of crazy to like look at it and be like, what would have happened if he didn't get injured?
Same with Mitch Langfield. I feel like that was another big one.
Yeah.
Those two. That's a good one. I like that, Rathy.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of names from throughout the years.
You know, someone that we don't mention ever is Chandler Powell. That guy was a legend back in the day.
That guy could ride.
Oh, yeah,
that guy was so sick.
I forgot about him.
Feel like everyone forgets about him now. He's a zookeeper.
Yeah, he's married to what's her name?
Bendy Irwin.
Yeah.
Steve's daughter.
I just heard that the other day.
He has like 2 kids with her.
Make that connection. I had to scroll way back on his Instagram. I was like, this guy was a wakeboarder, and then I was like, oh,
he was like one of the best. I think.
There we go.
I think he was probably one of the best cable wakeboarders of the time.
Yeah. I was watching his clips. I was like,
he's insane.
Yeah,
he really.
It was like so long ago, and like even currently, I feel
he was
like
dropping like 10s and 12s, right?
Yeah,
back in the day,
like,
in like 2010.
Long time ago. Yeah, like even now, it'd be like, wow, you're insane.
Yep.
that's a good name too.
Thomas, who are you shouting out, bro?
Corey.
Who are you? Oh yeah, he already did.
Yeah.
Corey did.
Hit the Corey T on him, dude.
Tuna. Good to see Tuna back on the water.
Who
He just really wanted to keep his room.
What about Yonel back in the day?
Yonel is insane.
Dude, that one video where he did all 10s, right? Or was it 12s?
I always forget the name of that video, dude, and it pisses me off. It was all 10s.
It was.
Oh, yeah, all 10s. Wait, what?
I think he did 2 12s in it.
He did, but he did like all 10s.
I don't know. I just think he ripped, dude.
He did rip.
Because I was pretty like young hanging around OWC, and he was like always there and stuff.
Yeah.
It was just cool to watch him ride.
I don't think he ever wakeboarded after that edit. I mean, he has.
He has a little bit. And he's still. It's called In All Seriousness.
In All Seriousness. For some reason, I can't remember the name of that edit, but I'll link that in the show.
Tim McGee. Shout out Tim McGee.
He came
Tim
out with a
McGee.
video last year called Reload with Tim.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I guess he was in Hacked with Johnny D too, but I haven't
He
seen
came
that,
out.
but-
He hasn't really been riding. He like literally went back into wakeboarding for a couple of weeks, and I saw him at the cable a ton. And he filmed that video with Tim, and then just left.
Is he still local?
No,
Where does he live
I think
now?
it was
I don't know. I think L.A. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing like movies, shooting type situation stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, he has a good name too. Love that. All right, thanks to Driftline for that segment there. We got some news, breaking news. You did give me this like spinny thing that's supposed to light up and make a sound, I think, but it only plugs into a car.
Oh, we got to get you another adapter.
So I wanted to use that, but we don't. Okay. Breaking news is it looks like the house at Lake Ronix is for sale.
It
Yeah,
is.
Thomas is buying it with Cody Honeycutt, and they're gonna ride there.
Drop some
and,
coin.
and dredge the lake to make it a little bit deeper. That was the talk.
The buy level is what I heard.
That was the
really
talk at the Moomba shoot.
But yeah, I think it's what
commented.
4.5 million, 5 million is what it looked like to me. Yeah. I don't know. Is that the whole property? It looked like the whole
it is.
property.
It's like
90
everything.
acres or something like that.
Dude, I think it's like, bro,
bigger
I think
than
it's more than that. I think it's like
It's a lot.
180
It's a
or
lot.
something.
It's huge. Yeah.
I think it's like over like 150 acres. I don't even know. Don't quote me.
Jeez.
It's in the listing. Pull it up on Zillow. It's
Yeah. What's the address? We'll put it up on the.
But I don't even know. It's in Christmas, Florida.
Didn't get the Ronix contract, so you're just gonna buy the property.
Well, I was looking at my. That'll show them, Thomas.
take this.
I was looking at my Patreon piggy bank to see if I could afford the monthly payment. Like, I'm not quite there.
Dude, it's sick though. Like,
4.95 million.
such a sick house on there. Like such
Oh, it's such a
such a sick piece of property. Yeah.
Encompassing 227 acres.
227. Yeah. I was thinking. I didn't want to say 200, but I was thinking it was like around 200.
That's huge.
It's because the first lake is 80 acres. The second lake is 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got all the
They got
property.
a ton of property around it.
There's
yeah.
2 houses on there, I think, right?
There's like the house that they
ones that
built
run
after
down.
they,
There's like
and
a
then the
good
other
one.
one's like the old barn that's pretty run
Hang the
down.
boots on and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I mean, objectively, from like a wakeboarder standpoint, that's pretty interesting that is for sale.
Yeah.
Anybody's thoughts? Anybody have thoughts on that?
Sign of the times.
Yeah.
Must be, yeah.
I don't even know. Yeah, I'm not sure why.
I mean, that's a
But
budget thing.
I do think
yeah.
that they could. I mean, obviously, every other company is running their company without something like that. So like they can definitely keep the company rolling without it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It really, yeah. It
I
really
think,
just.
I think the biggest impact is what Trent won't be able to do without having that kicker.
I mean, that is actually a serious, implication of
what we'll never get to see the
Dude.
triple Moby Dick.
how many more MBDs could have been done on that.
Yeah.
kicker.
It's not sold yet. They're still out there riding.
Oh yeah.
He's probably cranking out every possible trick.
Facts.
He's getting like a 2027 board. He's like, guys, we got to go with this graphic. 2027, I'm going to stack these tricks. We're not going to release them for a
That's
while.
so funny.
Yeah, that is wild. The $4.5 million will go a long way on the rider salary budget. So
If they
should
get
help.
that. If they get that. I mean, it is. If you want to like talk seriously about it, it's probably just a sign of the times. It's that's a huge expense for a wakeboard brand to carry, and it's probably for their bottom line and better to try and offload that asset and
Yeah, for sure.
pad the.
Yeah, maybe shift to do something different. Like instead of doing your team shoot there every year, go to different places and do stuff like that.
Well, and they haven't even done they haven't done their boat shoot there in years because it's actually not a great boat.
No, it's
lake,
too
right?
shallow.
Maybe a cable shoot.
It's
Yeah.
we were talking about it the other day. The middle lake of like I think the middle of the good lake that you'd want to run is like
8 feet deep or something.
not even. I think it's less. I think
Yeah.
you'd smoke the bottom.
And I guess if you got the boarding school right there, you might as well just go to the boarding school too, right?
Facts.
That's probably the thoughts.
Shout out T-Moy the GOAT. No, I wrote it like Ronix like a month ago.
Cable?
No, the boat.
Oh,
But yeah, it's just
you think Tom Strat's cable?
I mean, you never know. Maybe another
Maybe-
MBD.
maybe he
have
wants
you
the-
done a triple fashion air off the
I've
mega
never-
ramp?
he wants the triple flip
There
off
you
the
go,
kicker.
dude.
I've never ridden the bi-level out at Lake Ronix. They have like another 2.0, the dealer cable.
Right.
That
Yeah,
I've
they're both
ridden
sick.
like a decent amount. But no, yeah, the boat lake's just like a little. It's
Shallow.
pretty short and shallow, so it just gets rolly though.
Feels like a weird-ish kind of layout too. Looking at it, it's not perfect, but yeah.
But it's like for what they do, like bringing dealers out and stuff. Like
So sick,
it's
yeah.
perfect to get on the boat.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, maybe just sign of the times there, but we'll see kind of what happens with that. Moving on.
Any other breaking news?
That was it.
Dang it.
That's all I got. Unless Thomas wants to break some news, but it doesn't sound like he's got any news to break. So
I don't think so.
again on that.
I don't
Okay.
think.
No more MBDs. I'll just
I don't even know.
Okay.
Quad fashion air maybe.
That's already been done.
quads ABD too,
Dude,
man.
dude.
I don't mean to break it to you.
Who's got the quad fashion air, bro?
You're looking at him, dude. Cable. No. So I was wondering. You were talking about boat and park, Finn. What's your boat and park split? Because I don't think we talked about this yet. Like in terms of, did we talk about this? I don't think we did.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so. So I'm just curious, like, because I saw you at the cable, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or whatever.
I was there.
Obviously.
I was there yesterday. I didn't ride, and I was there the day before. I blew my binding out on a heel 9.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, how often are you going to either? I mean, I'm probably boat every day, I would imagine.
Boat is usually 2 to 3 times every day.
2 to
I've
3
been
day.
filming a ton. Cable, I'll probably get back into it a bit more soon. It kind of just makes me feel really sore, so I can't. Like, I usually go pretty hard for like a week at it and like get stuff, but it's mostly for filming. Honestly, I think I'll start going more once the Cove opens up because that one looks really sick. The biggest thing for me was OWC never changed their layout and there was not very many features and I would just get bored.
What's the Cove?
Oh,
Tampa.
here you go.
This is breaking news to
Tampa?
Thomas.
It's
Thomas break-
McCormick's.
It's McCormick's.
Oh no way! They're
yeah.
redoing it.
But they got a ton of.
They got 20. I think it was 20 or some.
Yeah, when's opening day? June 8th or something like that. It's super
I'm trying to
soon.
look. Yeah.
That's how you know I know nothing about cable.
But no, I don't know.
Dang,
I've been
it's
trying to get
tragic.
into it more, and it's tough, like riding boats so much, and then like I just have so much going on, so I just can't like burn myself out of it. But
Especially because you're not really doing cable contests, right? You're just.
I was supposed to go to Red Bull
but
Wake Duel, but the Super Shoot's the same time, so I.
Oh, that's right. It's coming up this next week or whatever.
Yeah,
so.
so I was a little bummed, but that was like the only cable contest I was probably gonna do. I might do nationals actually.
Where's nationals at this year?
I don't know.
Okay, well maybe you'll do it. Isn't it West Palm Beach, somewhere in Florida, right?
Oh yeah, it's Shark.
Shark. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They're supposed to open June, the Cove.
Does it say date?
Doesn't say yet.
Doesn't say date.
Yeah, it might be your new pro men's national champion because I think a lot of people are going to Munich Mash because it's the same time.
Yeah, that's a weird. You can claim that one. Put that in the Instagram bio. Gavin and Trent are out of town. It still counts.
You're in the bio.
Oh yeah, definitely throw that. In the bio.
No, I don't know. I've been trying to ride it more. I still like riding cable a lot. Just kind of been nice with like a new setup.
Yeah,
Moto-dub and
it's
more
fun,
features.
Yeah, more features. Yeah, it's always fun. Get some.
Then Nona's been sick. Nona's awesome. They just their cable I feel like is so big.
Yeah,
that like if I'm not wanting to rip air tricks the entire time, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting really tired.
Kind of standing here.
Yeah, I guess.
Still fun place though.
No,
some fun rails there
awesome.
too.
But the Cove will be sick. I'm excited. That layout and everything looks insane.
All right, I got some Instagram clips to pull up. Talk about going viral, Thomas. We got Mark Zuckerberg and Tom Brady both foiling.
Just slaying the content.
And I want to see what we think who's better at foiling or who's got more potential, I guess, because I think TB12 is we're gonna pull that up after, but TB12 I think is on the E-foil.
One's at least a professional athlete.
No,
He's got that going.
So what does Tom Brady do?
Jimmy LaRich sold Tom Brady a boat, right?
He did, yeah. They go surfing. That is what I hear.
It's pretty sick.
Damn, post is popping off. 31 likes, 3 comments, and 1 new follower.
Yeah, we're getting after it, dude. All right, so here's Zuck. I'll put this clip in here. He's doing a little toe-in action. I don't know. The waves don't look huge, but...
Wait. Tom Brady's on the E-foil?
Tom Brady's on the E-foil. This is Zuck on the...
Zuck takes the dub all day, dude.
Zuck on the
Well, wait till you see his pumps, dude. We got to...
And this is after... it looks like he says he just got back from surgery.
And in the ocean. That's pretty sick.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure he's training for, like... Isn't he, like, training to fight? Maybe not fight anybody, but, like...
I think that was a joke. I'm not 100%.
But he's, like, been in the gym doing the fighting stuff.
Noah comments
POV.
downwind
I like
Zuck.
it. You've got comments from Noah and Harley.
And Alex Hayes. We got everybody in there. So you can't really see much there, but here's the pumping. He's got that. That's an athletic stance.
Oh.
Those are good pumps.
Yeah, no, he's ripping.
The arm swings are a little off, but
he's working on it.
He's working.
He's hanging up there, dude.
He's 100% better than me. I've never foiled in the ocean. I'm scared.
He needs to talk to McKee.
I'm just getting into foiling.
Yeah. I mean, dude, he caught that wave right there.
Oh, he's ripping.
Can't see much.
I was wondering where the waves were at.
I know
Pretty
they
flat
were
for a minute.
flat
I was
for a
like, is
second.
he actually in the ocean?
But he got into one there.
Oh, look, he's coming back to
is he coming
Noah.
back?
He's ripping.
Round 2. Coming
Round
back
two?
for round 2. Find it.
Jet ski's hanging in hot. Okay,
trying.
that's where it's breaking
Yeah,
right
he's
there. Okay.
ripping, dude.
Okay. Yeah, he's already got Tom Brady.
He's on.
We can watch. We got to watch Tom's.
Tom's on the E-foil.
Tom's on the E-foil, and it's more of like
This looks more
seems like a commercial
this
type
looks more like
situation.
And everything about Tom is a commercial now.
Yeah, there we go. So he's not really up on foil
yeah.
yet.
Oh, and he's tubing.
He's tubing. He's trying to catch the wave.
Tom's
here.
definitely.
Oh, no.
I mean, Tom's living life.
What's
dude.
his caption? You guys okay if we get summer
foil-
started? Hope
Yeah,
everyone is.
Oh, he
having
just
a-
got bodied.
He got body there.
Foil up to the
Body.
yacht real quick.
Nice.
Can we?
That was why he
right.
fell off the foil a little weird the other time. He was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done.
Can we?
I
Peep?
think Mark's got this in the back.
Mark's got this in the bag, but can we peep the vest game
Which
here?
yacht is Tom's though? That's the question. Is which
Oh,
yacht
dude.
was his?
All of them.
Both, probably.
All of them?
All of them.
That one for sure.
Which one's not his? Is the real
yeah,
question.
peep the vest
He probably
game
bought
there,
that
man.
whole ocean.
Oh, this is mine. I will buy you now.
Yeah. So
As
that's
far as I can throw it.
So Zuck takes the dub.
Zuck
Zuck's been foiling for a minute though, and wake surfing. I feel like. I feel like I saw wake surf clips like 2
Zuck has
years
been
ago.
wake surfing.
Yeah.
What's this other clip?
Dude. Okay. So this is what we need to bring the PWT. And I'm talking, I don't even know what you call this, but it's like
my
John boat
God.
racing,
What?
dude.
Smokes.
I'll put this clip in, obviously, for that.
Oh,
Daniel Grant
Check
probably
these
knows.
guys
this.
out,
Oh,
those things are thin.
Look
huh?
how fast they're going, dude.
oh
It's
my!
literally drag racing.
It looks like you're just.
No
How
way.
sick is that? You seen it.
Did you see how long? Did you see how long the rudder
Dude,
is?
he almost got ran over.
That's insane.
This looks like Thailand or some form of situation or so.
None of the slams look easy at all. They all just like look so gradual and then just smoke.
Hey, I love just how they
He skipped across the shirt.
I love how they've never gone through a redesign, so they don't fly up.
No,
every time.
I think you have to have that boat design. That is like what you got to have. Otherwise,
That's a boat that looks like a 2x4.
It's a piece of plywood.
It's a piece of plywood. Yeah,
It's an engine on it.
So, anyways, that's
sick.
my contribution for the
They
PWT.
didn't even counterweight or anything. It was
just send it.
that was amazing.
We know you're going to get caught in the wind. There's no wind, but you're still going to catch it.
Because you're going
and
60
it's
miles
going
an
to
hour.
lift you.
They didn't even put it flat either. The nose is lifted, so
Yeah.
you're definitely going to just launch.
It's like, do you remember?
That's sick, though.
It's not who makes it to the finish line. It's whoever doesn't fly off the boat.
Were you guys old enough to remember flying tubes?
Yeah. They got banned, right?
Adam
Yeah.
Need
They're banned.
Adam's back.
People died on those.
I remember one of
did.
the people on Adams Lake had that still has one, and I watched it one day when I was younger. I think I
Really?
was like 12 or 13, and I just watched it go in the air, and this person just dropped off.
Gnarly.
It's gnarly.
Someone like
dudes
broke
are-
their neck, right? And like sued him or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably, but
banned them.
that's unfortunate because those were pretty cool. I know people died.
That's a really bad prank, though. If you got like one of your friends and they were
they
just
didn't
in
know?
the air, no,
Dude.
not even didn't know. You could just keep going in the boat. They could never get down unless they fell
yeah,
off.
once you hit that point of no return where you're like 50 feet in the air, you're like, yeah,
You're like,
parasailing.
yeah,
So
you're
sketchy.
parasailing without a strap.
Yeah.
You're just holding onto a tube.
Yeah, that's so there's some viral clips there for you.
Water sports.
I got one last one for me before we kind of wrap it up and end it on this. But where in the world do you guys think wakeboarding looks or feels the most alive right now? Has the most energy?
Like location.
Europe.
Region, location?
I'd say probably Europe.
Could be
Yeah, probably in cable
progression.
stuff,
I
huh?
don't know.
I'd say Europe probably because cable to me is a lot easier to access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know like a lot of.
Thomas
The
is not the
cables
person.
and
He doesn't
where
know
they're
cable.
at.
He doesn't even know what a
But-
cable
We're
is.
educating. Look, Tom's learning a lot today.
No, but there's like a huge
Thomas
cable thing
asked,
over in
"What's a
Europe."
Nico?"
What's a Nico? I know what Nico is, bro. Come on now.
But no, when you have stuff like
I hit Nico, dude. Come on, guys. You act like I don't live like 10 minutes from ODOP. I've been to ODOP, you see.
Thomas loves Nico. You guys are about the same height.
I'm talking about the rail. I don't think I've ever met
Yeah,
Nico.
the rail. You're about the same height.
I don't think I've ever actually met Nico.
You should. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay,
great.
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you have LAO and you have Munich Mash and you have Wake the City and you have like these pretty like iconic events that are now like an annual thing. Like there's definitely a vibe to the European like cable scene. So
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to beat for sure.
Is Wake the City coming back this year?
yes,
Allegedly.
but actually it's not in Europe this year. So I sort of misspoke there. If you want some breaking news, and actually I don't think it's breaking, but Wake the City is.
It hasn't been broken yet, so you're about to break it.
Am I allowed to though?
You're doing it right now.
You've already done that.
I've never done that. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I think I know
That's
what
why I
you're
said allegedly there's a Red Bull event coming back to America for cable. That's I can say that. I can say whatever I want, I guess. But
I mean,
That's
I'm
what
sure
I've heard.
people at LAO were talking about it and told you.
Yeah.
People at the LF Park shoot were talking about it, but it might just be the Red Bull athletes.
yeah,
that are
there's
talking about it, so
murmurs of it. People
Yeah.
talking
I'd
probably
about it.
chill.
So, yeah,
Should I text somebody real quick?
but I mean, I think
Those
it's
things
all,
are going 180 kilometers an hour.
That's what it says. Yeah.
nuts.
Can you convert that to miles?
No, but they're probably going pretty fast.
It's very fast.
That's about how they take a corner in F1 right there. That's going straight on a 2x4.
Yeah,
Pretty bold.
I still think bringing that to PWT is a good idea. But yeah, I mean, I would say Europe
you
probably
agree?
too. I think Midwest is boat
Good.
scene is pretty strong. So I think if there was some more like grassroots events or stuff, and
Yeah.
like I mean, you know that, like, dude, Midwest lake life is
Yeah, that's all there is to do,
strong,
dude.
dude.
That's
I
all
mean,
there is to do.
I've
think,
never
like, this,
I've never been to one of the Tennessee Wake Fests. But
well, that's what I was
It
going
looks
to
like
say.
it pops off.
Wakefest is insane.
it looks like
Dude,
it looks
That's
like
also-
Brostock.
I
It
don't-
looks like Brostock.
I don't think that's because people want to watch wakeboarding. I think that's because
People like to
want-
party.
But was that
People wanna-
Brostock?
No,
That
but
was
they do,
Brostock.
dude.
That's
They
what I'm
love
saying.
it. Like
People
everybody.
just want to go party.
Yeah,
because
but all the people partying, they froth it, dude. Like
Yeah,
when you get done riding, you're swimming up. They're like, yeah, dude. Like they love watching it. It's
Yeah.
sick. But it also is
they
like
don't
a
know
big
what's going
party.
on. They're just hyped. They're
yeah,
drunk with background noise.
Yeah,
That's
they-
every event, dude.
Every
Yeah.
boat has a different song going. They're just like it's a stereo competition.
Yeah.
It's really
It's
fun whenever
how
you walk
quickly can you
across
beer
the
bong and how
line
loud can
too,
you
and
crank your
every
music?
boat is different. So you go from like a G to like a C Ray, and you have this just weird step, and you're like, I'm about to break my neck going down the boat line.
Slippery vinyl on top of it.
There was one that had, what was it last year? You were with me, I think, or at least maybe Jamie was. There was one boat. I think it was either a Heyday or it was a Pavati, but one of them had a stripper pole in it.
Probably a Pavati.
Probably. I would put my life on that. It was a Pavati, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, Wake Fest. I mean, like, there's like a big boating scene in Tennessee for sure. But even like also going up in the Midwest more.
Yeah. I'd like to, I feel like it'd be cool for somehow there to be an event similar to Wakefest Tennessee, like somewhere in the Midwest.
That's what they're, well, it's not Midwest, but that's what they're doing in Virginia. There's I went to last year. It's called Virginia Wake Fest.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I saw that on Instagram or something. It looks sick, yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was the worst conditions I think I've ever ridden in. I was pouring rain, and they almost didn't run the contest.
Yeah.
But it was dope. I mean, they paid out for first year doing it. They paid out almost every like bigger division.
That's
sick. We love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There's been talks about trying to bring bro stock back in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see it happen in the next couple of years.
That would be really awesome. Because I feel like that was a big staple event in wakeboarding. Like Wakefest Tennessee is. I mean, that's a big staple event in wakeboarding too.
Yeah,
like
for sure. That's like, I mean, it's like one of the most fun contests ever.
That's my primary goal this year. That's the one event I'm for sure.
Try and take the dub there.
I'm like, yeah.
Get that prize money.
It's prize money right there. It's a good weekend.
That is one of the harder parts about bringing back some of these iconic events that we've all talked about, though, is just funding. It's trying to get these sponsors to, pony up and show them that it's actually worth their investment. And so the more we can do to promote those events and get everybody psyched up for them, then the easier it is to convince brands to get involved.
I mean, I'm sure if you put $20,000 in, Thomas will do another triple.
Hell yeah, Tommy T.
There you go.
Dude, I need to go to the drawing board, huh? I can't try another triple this year.
I think we wrap it up with unless you guys got anything else you want to talk about, but these boys are both on the PWT this year, right? All 4 stops.
Yeah.
The plan.
Heck yeah.
That's the plan.
I think we should wager. You bet on one, I bet on the other.
Oh, okay.
So just overall standings.
I'm gonna be a little bummed if Garrett bets on Thomas just with how much time we've spent together.
Oh no, I'm betting on Finn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just saw him fall in a Moby Dick 5.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Chill, dude. All right, bet. I'm rocking up. Let's go.
All right. So overall standings though. So just where they end up at the end.
End of the season. Barring injury. So like if one gets injured, that's not fair.
Bets off.
So it's
Okay,
whoa. If injuries are injuries, dude.
Hey.
Wait, why are we even talking about that?
Because I don't want them to have to worry
chill
about
with
it.
the injuries.
Injuries
calm
are
down.
going to happen.
Chill with the
Injuries
injuries.
aren't gonna happen.
Injuries aren't going to happen. So
Yeah, that was kind of
mean-
a crazy statement right there, Garrett. You better chill, dude.
It's like I'm a fantasy football owner or
He
something.
said if someone gets hurt, do I just get to pick Nick or Corey? Is that what that means? All right.
Can I trade for somebody else later?
ooh, he doesn't have confidence in Ethan. I'm fully confident in Thomas
Let's
right
go.
now.
You shouldn't be. Just that
would've
he's not
picked
doing
Thomas.
another triple.
I would have picked Thomas. That's what I'm saying.
Finn's got this on lock. Thomas is
right.
Finn's
Thomas
been
is
snowboarding all summer, dude. Thomas has been locked in down here in Orlando.
Now fit.
Yeah, but ask Thomas when the last time he did a
Filming
KGB.
How many cold plunges have you done,
locked.
Finn?
I
Not
did
as many
yesterday.
as Thomas.
Thomas just posts 2. He's reposted
Facts,
that
bro.
same video over and over again.
Oh, dude, I just hopped in that thing. I think
yeah,
it was yesterday.
exactly. Exactly.
Now I've been lacking like the month.
I'm already thinking about ways I could sandbag this competition. I'm like next week's super shoot. Thomas, just hit one more double up. We got to get this shot. Thomas,
we can't let him get in your head
You got to
like
keep
that,
riding,
dude.
Thomas.
I won't.
Mental fortitude. You got to stay strong on this one, okay?
So whatever
I'm
friendship
gonna be on-
Thomas
I'm
and I
gonna be on
have
the
is
brick
about to
wall
be
right here.
separated right now. The friendship that Supra wanted us to have.
Yeah, you just
it's
started
gone.
some beef,
Yeah.
dude, for sure.
This
done.
is great promo for Super.
I'm gonna be on
You're
the-
welcome. This is awesome.
Thomas, what if we just tie?
Yeah.
Ty, then we gotta do something crazy.
Yeah.
Ty. We gotta hit a double up on a slalom ski or something.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do it now.
I mean, I don't have any ideas for our wager. We got months to figure it out unless
Yeah,
you
we
got
got months to
something.
figure
We just hit Supra up and be like, hey, so we're not actually going to do the tour this year. Just because we want to watch Garrett and Hunter do
These two
a
idiots
double
up on a
slalom ski.
Thanks.
That'd be pretty good.
All right, well, we'll figure out a wager and update accordingly. I'm
There's
sure,
there's
but
some funny stuff.
What's this on? Just overall standings?
Yep.
at the end of the year. Yeah.
End of the season.
Do I get a cut of this?
Well, we don't even
Of
know
what?
what's
Hitting a
money
double up on a slalom ski? Yeah, you can have a cut.
yet. You can have the whole,
You can have all the cuts you want.
The whole thing.
I thought you were talking about betting money. I was like, do I get a
I mean,
a
there
share?
might be
Might be
a
a-
little money involved. I
A
don't know.
few Benjamins.
Few $100.
A few dollars.
Literally tens of
A
dollars.
few
few powdered donuts.
A few gallons of milk. Next.
What would it take to get a tattoo on your forehead?
Nothing, dude.
That's not true. It would take, dude, everybody's got a price.
I don't even know, dude. Of like what?
$100,000.
For what? No. No.
He thought about it for a minute.
Think about it.
No, dude.
He's like tattoo of what? A powdered donut.
Dude, it's got to be over.
How much money
$100,000.
for a powdered donut tattoo on your head?
Yeah. $250,000?
No, it's got to be in the mills, dude.
In the mills.
Yeah.
All right.
That's we can't scrounge up that much money, so it sounds like
Yeah,
it's not going to happen, unfortunately.
It's for sure got to be like in the
What are the
mills.
odds?
Don't you think?
They're going to give you Lake Ronix what tattoo you put in on your forehead. You just get it. You don't have to buy it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's $5 million right there.
What tattoo are you getting?
Zillow estimate.
No.
I want a sequence of yourself doing a triple flip across our forehead.
That would be amazing.
But you can't get it removed, huh?
No, that's there for life.
No, it's a lifer.
Then maybe it's actually something I don't
You
even
can wear
know.
a beanie most days, and you probably get away with it.
Yeah.
Thomas, why are you wearing a beanie every day in Florida? It's 97 degrees out. Oh, just
Trying to.
I
melt
really
this
like
tattoo
it.
off.
I don't even know.
Well, that's
But-
all I got here. So I mean, unless you guys got anything else you want to talk about, but we can wrap this puppy up.
Dude,
It's a good chat.
that was insane. So good to see the boys.
Thanks for having us.
thanks for coming
We're
on.
about to
That's
spend a whole lot more
Yeah,
time
you guys
together.
spend, yeah.
Well, yeah, we got a game plan for the season.
Oh yeah, we got to come up with ways to mess with Thomas.
What I guess what did you guys finish last year?
I finished 8th.
And
6th.
I'm not worried. Dude, come on.
You should be.
Wait, did you miss a stop or no?
Oh, Guenther's
No.
back. though.
But you could also go back and see which one of us got a podium.
See, that's not what I'm betting on.
It's facts.
Well,
No,
I mean,
no.
the more podiums you get, the more
r-
you rank.
But you
Hey.
didn't
Higher.
how many did you get last year?
I'm gonna get a pody this year.
Okay, no, you're gonna get a dub. You're
I'm
gonna get
getting
a dub.
dubs.
How about you just
Not-
win the tour and then we don't have to think about this?
It's true.
Look out, Nick.
I don't know how I didn't even think.
Look
about
out, Nick! Another short king's coming.
that. Yeah, facts.
All right. Well, I love it. I'm looking forward to it. We'll keep obviously the viewers and listeners updated on what the stakes of this bet are as the season progresses, but gives people a little bit
Sick.
something to pay attention to as well.
Pay attention. Tune in.
Oh yeah.
Just us.
gonna
We
be
don't really care about anyone else.
No,
That's the
just
boys
follow
here,
Thomas and Finn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, guys. This was a lot of fun. Good chat. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It means a lot. A lot of you guys aren't subscribed, so if you are watching, make sure to hit that subscribe button.
Do it.
And if you're listening on
Do it now.
Spotify or Apple, rate the show 5 stars. It means a lot. Thanks for coming on, guys. See you guys next time.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you.